Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, and man, do I have a fucking spicy video for you guys today. So, the Knicks lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers last night, okay? I believe final score was like 90-107 or something like that. Like, they got blown the fuck out, if I'm correct. I watched this game because I had a parlay going on Prize Picks, and I did not win 80 grand. I thought I did, and then I found out like there was a stipulation to it that I didn't read, so I did win 50 bucks. But the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Knicks last night 107-90. And with 2 minutes left in the game, Tom Thibodeau decides he's not just going to sub Julius Randle back in, but he's going to sub Jalen Brunson back in and leave RJ Barrett out there. They were down 20-something points, okay, with 2 minutes left. And when asked about this during the post-game press conference, Tom Thibodeau says, oh, well, Julius Randle just wanted to get a few more reps in. He wanted to get his legs back under him, and so on and so forth. Listen, man, I do not give a fuck what your player wants. Okay, he has had 3 days, okay? 3 days to get his legs back under him, okay? You are down by 20 fucking points. You need to put your fucking pride away and take your starters out of the game because literally maybe there was maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle's on the fast break. He's going up for either a layup or a dunk or whatever, and Jared Allen comes down behind him, blocks the fucking shot. Julius Randle takes a hard fall. He came out, shot both free throws, and went back into the locker room. So, not only did you potentially risk injuring Julius Randle, by the way, I think Julius Randle will be fine. He says his back is feeling fine today. But when the game is that far gone, okay, you don't play your fucking starters, okay? Like, I don't care what Julius Randle wants. As a coach, your objective, your job is to do what is best for your team, okay? Your job as a head coach is to put your team in the best position to win, whether that means starting a bench player or benching a starter, okay? Your job as the head coach is to put your team in a position to win. Now, sometimes I think Tom Thibodeau doesn't remember what the fuck he did to Derrick Rose and Luol Deng's career by overplaying players and shit, but it's just the idea when in this scenario, this made no sense. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Like, this answer to me makes no sense. I'm a Pacers fan, okay? But my hometown team is the New York Knicks. And when I see boneheadedness like this, I think to myself, this guy needs to be fired. The Knicks don't fucking pass the ball. They play isolation ball for the most part. I mean, like, really, the ball only goes to Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and occasionally RJ Barrett, okay? Like, they're not a team that passes the ball. They're not a team that really even has, like, a fluid offense that I'm like, yeah, you know what, that's an offense to really be reckoned with. Like, honestly, the best player on that team right now is Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle is your second best player. If Julius Randle goes down and has a leg injury, or there's been a lot of hand injuries during the playoffs right now, okay? If Julius Randle breaks his fucking hand in that 30-second span, okay? You might as well just chalk up an automatic L in Game 3, okay? Like, I don't understand this, and honestly, I'm just going to call it what it is. I kind of think Tom Thibodeau is kind of pulling our chain here with this response. I'm just going to call it what it is. Like, I'm going to call a spade a spade. I think he's bullshitting. Because Tom Thibodeau's coaching style just does not, like, really fit the excuse that we got for this. Like, Tom Thibodeau is one of those guys where it's like, if your team is losing, okay, he's gonna put you back out there and make you fucking, like, do something, okay? Like, wasn't it, like, earlier in the season or last year, Tom Thibodeau benched all of his starters because they weren't doing something. Like they weren't, I forgot what it was they weren't doing. They weren't playing defense, or they were like getting fucking slaughtered on defense or something. So like he played the bench players the entire fourth quarter and the entire overtime or something like that. I mean, I think the game went into overtime. But like, it's just the idea. This is a guy whose coaching style is fucking cutthroat. Okay? Like, I don't really necessarily believe for a second that he was like, oh yeah, Julius Randle said he wanted to go back in the game and he just needed to get his legs under him. I really kind of don't believe that, because his coaching history shows me that most likely was not the case. I think what happened was Tom Thibodeau saw his team was getting the fucking brakes beat off of them and decided, hey, you know what? We're going to put Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and RJ Barrett out there in the last 2 minutes to make it look kind of respectable. And I just think to myself, like, in no world do I think that's a good move. I just don't. I don't think it's a good move. Okay? Like, imagine if Jalen Brunson gets injured. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jalen Brunson gets injured, yeah. You know what? Your fucking season's over. Like, the Julius Randle substitution in by itself does not make up an excuse for why you put Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett back in the fucking game. Okay? Like, if it was just Julius Randle, I would believe this response. Like, if he put Emmanuel Quickley back out there, or, I think Miles McBride is his name. I don't know. I could be wrong. But, like, if it was just Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley and Hartenstein and these guys, like, and then you put Julius Randle out there with the bench unit, I would believe this, okay? Like, if it was just the bench unit, I would believe this. But no, he put Julius Randle out there with Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. For what? For what? The game is fucking decided. If it was 10 points, okay, like, if there's 2 minutes left and it was a 10-point game, I would understand this a little more, okay? Like, you got 2 minutes left. I understand that. The game was gone. The game was over. When they were subbed back in, they were down by 21 points. I do not understand this move. And honestly, Tom Thibodeau's ignorance is gonna eventually, at some point in time, so long as he remains the head coach, is either A, gonna cost a player their careers, or B, it's gonna cost the Knicks a championship run, a playoff run, or wreck an NBA season, because he's gonna play a guy longer than they should be played. Like any other coach in that situation, that at least any coach with a fucking brain in their head is saying, I'm sitting my starters. You know what? Let my bench guys get some burn. Like, Emmanuel Quickley is a guy who needs to get into a rhythm. Emmanuel Quickley didn't really start getting into a rhythm last night until the end of the fucking game. Why are you putting Jalen Brunson out there with 2 minutes left? Let Emmanuel Quickley go out there and do his fucking thing. Okay? Let Obi Toppin go out there and do his fucking thing. Let Isaiah Hartenstein go out there and do his fucking thing. Do not put your starters out there because you want to try to make the loss look somewhat respectable, or to teach your players a fucking lesson. Okay? The only lesson that I learned from this whole thing is that Tom Thibodeau should not be the coach of the New York Knicks. That's all I've learned. That's the only thing I've learned. Is because I just thought to myself, I'm like, there is 2 minutes left in this game. Why on God's green earth are you putting your starters in? Like, you're in garbage time, bro. Like, you're down by 21. There's 2 minutes left. This is garbage time. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not buying the fucking excuse. I'm just not. I am not buying the excuse that Julius Randle wanted to go back into the game. And even if he wants to, it is your job as a coach to protect your players and do the correct thing. This was not the correct move. Okay? Like, he's got practice tomorrow to get his legs under him. Okay? You could run a scrimmage in practice tomorrow at like half speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not have to put your second star player out there to get his legs back under him. And like, honestly, like, I get it. But I understand players want to win. Like, I'm not doubting Julius Randle's competitive nature. I'm not. I'm simply saying I don't buy this for a minute. I really don't. Because half the time, okay, Julius Randle's body language looks like shit like 90% of the time. So When I see stuff like this and I hear stuff like this, I just think to myself, I don't believe for a second that Julius Randle wanted to go back into this game. I believe that Tom Thibodeau looked up at the scoreboard, saw that they were down 21 points, and wanted to put his star players back out there to embarrass them so they could get the breaks, continue to get the fucking break speed off of them. Okay? Like, I get it. Like, I wasn't really mad with the way the Knicks played because I'm just going to call it what it is. When Darius Garland has it going like he did last night and, Donovan Mitchell is Donovan Mitchell, like, when their backcourt has it going like that, it's very hard for you to win games. And especially against Cleveland when you're not the favorite. But to me, this seemed like an incredibly boneheaded and irresponsible move. Like, as a coach, like, I don't know if Tom Thibodeau is just afraid of Julius Randle. I don't know what it is, but, like, this is a guy that I'm just like, bro, in these situations, you have to be the head coach. You can't let Julius Randle's just getting back from a fucking ankle injury. Okay? Like, he just came back from an ankle injury. You know where you get your legs back under you? You know where you fix that ankle? In practice. In the training room. In the gym. Okay? Not on the fucking floor. Okay? You don't fix your ankle in the middle of a playoff game. Okay? You don't say, hey, coach, my ankle's still not perfect. Why don't you put me in there in garbage time and let me play? Okay? Because even though you're not going at full speed, the other team probably still is. Okay? I know it's unlikely, but Jared Allen didn't give up last night on an easy lay when they were up 21 points, no? So, like, it's just the idea. I don't like this move. I think it was an irresponsible move. I think it was a stupid move. And I don't buy this excuse for a single minute. I just don't. The idea that he did this, like, to me, I was watching this and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hold on. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left and this motherfucker's putting the starters back in while they're down by 20? 20 plus? Like, I don't get it. If it was a 10-point game, 7-point game, 5-point game, yeah, you know what? I would understand more. But 21 points, my G? It didn't become a 17-point game until Julius Randle got a flagrant foul, made the free throw, and then I think he got fouled again and made 2 free throws. And then after the 2 free throws, he went back to the locker room. So, all I'm saying is, I don't like the move. Tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.